Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brescher here. Today, we are going to learn how to construct a circle graph when given a set of categorical data and a protractor. So, let's take a look first at what kind of supplies we'll need to do this. You will need a protractor to measure the angles, a compass to draw the circle, and you may also want to have a calculator for faster computation. So here we go. We have this problem. Types of pets. Let D equal dog, C equal cat, F equal fish, H hamster, and N is no pet. And we're going to construct a circle graph using this set of data. The first thing that we need to do is set up a ratio. So we're going to take a look at cats. We have 5 cats in our set of data. So we set up this ratio where we put 5, the number of cats, over the total number of data pieces in our set. And we set this equal to, we want it to be equal to the total number of degrees in the circle. And the top number then in this proportion is going to equal the number of degrees that you measure with your protractor. Now we can simply solve. Multiply the cross products. 5 times 360 degrees equals 25 times x. When we multiply these, we get 1,800 equals 25x. Then use inverse operations to divide both sides of the equation by 25. And we get our value, x equals 72 degrees. Now we've probably done this before where you've used percents, but this time we're actually using degrees. So we're going to get this protractor out, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you to see. Notice how we line it up. I have a radius drawn here from the center of the circle to the edge or rim, and we line our protractor up so it's right at that center point in the circle. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to draw your angle to 72 degrees. If you're using a pencil, you'll probably have to make a mark at the top of your protractor here and then connect the dot with the straight edge to the center of the circle. But fortunately for me, I can just pop out that angle. I'm going to minimize my protractor and bring that angle over here. Now that is my angle for cats. So this section of the circle is designated in my circle graph for cats. And I'm going to move on and do the next one. I noticed here that if I count the number of no pets, the N's, there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So instead of redoing the formula again and setting up my proportion, I can simply make another, since there are an identical number, then that means the portion of the graph that it takes up will also be 72 degrees. So I'm going to line the edge of my protractor up again on this straight edge here and measure out another 72 degree angle. And I'm going to take this back down and come up to 72 right there. It looks like it keeps coming up as 73. And I'm going to pop that angle out. Minimize my protractor again, and we'll bring this angle right over here. And that's going to be the number of no pets. Now again, you might recognize some other bits of information while you're going about this process. One thing that I noticed here too is that for D dogs, I actually have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dogs. And 10 is twice as much as the number of cats. So if cats was a 72 degree angle, then that tells me that dogs is going to be twice as much, which would be 144 degrees. If I can grab my protractor here, make it a little bit bigger, and again, I'm lining it up on that center point of the circle. Whoa, don't want to move that angle around. And I'm going to line it up right along the edge of that line. Now I can make my measurement of 144 degrees. And I'm going to minimize this again, kind of move it out of the way. I'll come over here and put this in. It's always a good idea to look for these relationships if you notice that dogs is twice as many as cats, because it's going to help to speed up the process here a little bit more. The next thing I'm going to look for is fish. And when I count fish here, I can see that there are 3 fish. I'm going to do the same thing for fish that I did with cats at the beginning. I write the number of fish over the total number of animals in this data set, or pets. And then I have x degrees over the total number of degrees in a circle, 360. Now multiply the cross products. 3 times 360 is equal to 1080. And we have 1080 equals 25x. So I'm going to use inverse operations, dividing both sides by 25, the division property of equality. And I get my answer, 43 degrees equals x. So I'm going to come back up again with my protractor. I'm going to make this protractor just a little bit bigger again so you all can see. And I'm going to once again put it right on that center point, of the circle. Try to be as precise as you possibly can and line the edge up with the other line that you had made, or radius, on that circle. Now I need to get ready to actually make my angle, and we said it was 43 degrees. I'm just going to round to the nearest degree. Instead of worrying about doing 43.2, I'll just round to 43. And I'm going to move this kind of off to the side here. Put that measurement in of 43 degrees. And I'm going to put fish here. Now, the only one I have left is hamster. So I know that it must go here. Could you double check and set up your proportion and solve it again? Absolutely. You could take the 2 hamsters that you have and write that over 25. Take 2 times 360 equals 720, and divide that by 25, and you're going to end up getting a 29-degree angle, which is exactly what we have left here. So that is how you find the degrees that are made up in a circle when constructing it off of categorical data using a protractor. Well, I hope this helped you out with understanding how to construct a circle graph off of categorical data while using a protractor. See ya!